good morning to you. 52 degrees out there. Started off at about 46. I was out walking the dog earlier. He had me up, and so it's a little cool. But today we have a high of 72. So it's a little cooler, I think, in May than we had expected. However, though, it's all good. The downside was not having any rain. May have some scattered showers on tomorrow, but we're in a drought. But at least they have pulled the burning ban from all 100 counties, so that's a plus. But we're looking for more and more rain if we can get there. Well, this morning we have a very important subject to be talking about, and we're going to be talking to two health educators from the Cumberland County Department of Public Health, and we're going to be talking about falls, and that's more of a crucial issue than you might think. We'll start off by allowing them to introduce themselves, and then we'll dive off into our discussion. Begin with you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kiara Crocker, and I'm the Health Promotions Education Coordinator at the Cumberland County Health Department.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tatiana Allen. I serve as a public health educator with the Cumberland County Department of Public Health with an emphasis on communicable disease.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about you guys now. Where you originally from?
Fayetteville.
Okay. What about you?
Same.
Oh, okay. And then y'all left here and went up in Durham and got them degrees at North Atlanta Central.
Yep.
Both ways.
Yep.
And you went further, UNC Charlotte.
Chapel Hill.
UNC Chapel Hill.
Yes.
Excuse me. UNC Chapel Hill, you went in and picked up a master's.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And so your undergrad is in what?
Public health, and the master's is in nutrition, and now I'm working to become a registered dietitian.
And that's in Chapel Hill as well?
That's it, back at North Carolina Central.
Okay, back at North Carolina Central. And what about you, your degree?
Yes, so I have an undergraduate degree in public health education.
Okay. And so you all from here, where'd you go to high school?
Pine Forest High School.
Okay, you're on the north side. I live on the north side. What about you?
Cape Fear High School.
Okay, I know you out there too. All right, you're right. Okay, we call that the country, but it's all right. That's not demeaning anything like that. Anyway, look, glad you all could come on today to talk about an important subject, particularly for those of us that are more mature. I was looking at some data this morning on my way in. You know, the whole falls things. When people fall, they don't think about the impact that it can have on a person. But I happen to have two friends right now. One, he fell during the Christmas holiday, and he was in rehab, but now he's still not out of the hospital yet. Matter of fact, on Friday, he had a heart attack while eating breakfast. They were able to bring him back, but this all began with a fall. And the data is just disturbing when you look at people like myself, senior citizens, when they fall and they result in death. And this was some CDC numbers that I'm pulling out here. Now, this was five years ago. 36,000 people die a year in this country at that time from falling. So let's talk about that. Well, what about the falls? And then we'll talk about the prevention program that you guys have.
Okay, so when it comes to falls, you know, that's something that's very serious. I've learned at my time at the health department and the seniors that I've come into close contact with is that when they do fall, they get scared. They feel less independent, but then they also want to try to still be independent, but not letting anyone know, like, okay, I may need help. And it's very difficult for seniors who may not have somebody staying at the house with them. So yeah, it's still major. It's something that's still, you know, going on. And you know, we have our little programs at the health department, and one of the programs that I'm trained in is Matter of Balance. So this program is designed to help older adults reduce their fear of falling, improve confidence, increase physical activity, and remain safe and independent in their homes and in their communities, and also like build a connection with the health department. So, and if they do need anything, they know they can come to us or they can call us.
Sure, and I can understand, you know, because I know some seniors, they fall and they are living independently by themselves, and they don't want to share with their children that they've fallen because they think, well, they're going to be trying to institutionalize me if I tell them that I fell or if I did something, or either, well, I left my key in the door. Oh, and then they say, wait a minute, now you left your key in your door too. You know what I mean? So no one is trying to institutionalize you, and I think that's the fear part of it right there.
Yeah, and you're correct. But when I do teach the program or I do come in contact with seniors who have failed, I let them know that it's okay if they fail. It's okay to fall. You're prone to fall. But the only thing is, how are we going to overcome that? What can we do to prepare you, just in case you have another fall? How can we help you overcome that?
And also lessen the falls, correct? Mm-hmm. So in the program that you do, people talk about things. I know that having rugs and things like that when you were younger may not be a good idea if you have things that can cause you to trip.
Yes. So when it comes to that, of course, like you said, you have to remove loose rugs or clutter from your walkways, secure electrical cords away from any walking areas in your home, improve your lighting throughout the home so you can see, keep frequently used items within easy reach, and then ensure your stairs and hallways are always clear and safe. If seniors can't reach us or aren't a part of the program, I know our fire stations, so Fayetteville Fire Department, Hope Mills, Spring Lake Fire Department, you can actually call them and then they can come and look in your home and help assess your home, help assess their home with each other, and just get those materials and items out of the way so they won't have another fall.
Right, and I imagine if you fall, you teach them if you're falling how to brace your fall to lessen injury to yourself. Yep,
so that is one of the sessions we teach in the class. So for the Matter of Balance program, it's either we teach twice a week for 4 weeks or once a week for 8 weeks.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I would imagine, with the number of faith institutions and the ministries that we have in the community, that they would be interested in bringing something like that to their church environment. Do you guys come out and engage with the faith community? Oh, yes. We go anywhere we're needed. If you need us, call us, let us know, and we'll make the arrangements, and we'll set up a time we can come and do the program, and yeah. Right. Well, so I know, you guys, you have seniors that are still in your life? Yes, I do. One of them is my grandma. Your grandma? Okay. Right. Yes. So I know sometimes they could be stuck in their ways, but you just got to kind of get close to them and build that relationship. And then once you start telling them the information they need to know, they're more receptive to the information. Right. Well, I mean, yeah. I hear that language because now that I fall in that senior citizen category, that doesn't sound quite like it did when I was young. But still, we need to reach out to these ministries, particularly because, like I said, again, falls, the number of people that fall that leads to death is just incredible. I mean, I know people that was in their 80s and 90s, and they was like going fantastic. Everything was great. Mm-hmm. And fall, everything starts going downhill, and next thing you know, we're standing at a mortuary. Yep. Because, they just didn't recover. And I imagine that your body, our body just can't recover the way they once did. No, and that's very true. It's very true. And also, after a fall, we try to reiterate that it's important to still get up and move your muscles so your body doesn't deteriorate on the inside. True. Well, I'm getting my walk in every morning with the dog. So you're doing great. Yeah. You're doing great. All you need is 30 minutes. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, 30 minutes. You don't have to go out and run a marathon. Just get some activity going. Yeah, get that blood flowing through your body. It helps your circulation, so on and so forth. Right. So, well, I'm going to get contact information from you now. We're going to do it again so that people have that information. Anyone wanted to reach you, Ms. Crocker, that's what's the number to that?
So my office number is 910-433-3892.
That's 910-433-3892. And that's also going to be the number if there are faith organizations, churches that want to contact you to come out and talk.
Oh, yes.
Now, if they can't go through the series, you still can do a one-shot thing just to tell them about stuff, correct?
Yeah, we can always, there's been times where we've had instances where we went to a faith-based community or maybe like a senior center and just gave like an introduction of what Matter of Balance is. So when we finally do get to a point of planning classes, if those same seniors want to be a part of that program, they could just sign up.
Right. So, Ms. Allen, you I know you deal with communicable diseases, correct? That's your specialty. You know, people still hear stuff. I mean, in the news now, people are talking about the cruise ship that's off the coast of something now, whatever. But they're talking about a new kind of communicable disease, but they say it's more serious than COVID, but harder to get. And only one person on the ship supposedly is from North Carolina, but they say that, you know, because it's different this time, they got isolated. There should be less of a concern. But what about that? You know, because we have communicable diseases among seniors as well. That's a real issue, and our bodies are more frail and not able to respond the way a young person can. How would you respond to that?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. With compromised immune systems, seniors should look out for viruses and things of that nature. So my advice to that would be to educate yourself, get the necessary vaccines that you need to protect yourself.
Right. Okay. So and then that's a whole range of viruses. I mean, injections or immune things you can take now. And I guess one would need to be consulting with their doctor.
Absolutely.
Right.
We always encourage you to consult with your doctors first.
Right. So what's going on in public health now? Do you guys have, what clinics do you have that seniors can benefit from at the public health center now?
So we have an adult health center that we encourage all of the community to come and get tested. We encourage you to get tested at least once a year or more often if you engage in risky behaviors.
Okay, all right. You're talking about sexually transmitted diseases now.
Yes.
Right. What about other communicable diseases that people may encounter?
So we also have an immunization clinic. We do encourage people to make appointments, but if it's necessary, we do allow walk-ins.
Okay. Yes. What about dealing with our seniors, man? You know, what are we going to do? Y'all going to help them out?
Oh, yeah, always. So one of my populations I heavily work with at the health department are seniors. So there's another program that I do, which is called Bingo Size. Me and Tatiana just finished doing 10 weeks at the Carolina Rehab Center. And basically...
Called what now?
Carolina Rehab Center.
No, it's about the name of it.
Bingo Size.
Bingo Size, S-I-Z-E?
Mm-hmm.
Bingo Size.
Yep. So basically, we play bingo with our seniors. We do a little bit of exercises and give out prizes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an exercise kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
Bingo Size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Never heard of that. Wait.
Yeah, so any services they need, they can pretty much call or come to the health department. They'll refer, whoever's at the front desk will refer them to health education. I also give information on chronic disease management, how to increase your physical activity, and also, making those nutrition changes and lifestyle changes.
Yeah, let's talk about the nutrition and lifestyle changes. What about that? I mean, now, I'm just saying, I'm going to fess up. where I used to eat, I can't eat anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be able to go out there and just munch it down. Now, man, I'm having to take stuff if I'm eating a lot of raw vegetables and things like that. It affects me differently, you know? What about all that?
So when it comes to nutrition, I talk about healthy eating habits. Sometimes when you go to the grocery store, you don't know necessarily what to get, so I can assist with that. And then also, I noticed a lot of people don't know how to read food labels, so I break that down as well. Also, increasing your water intake, making sure you move and exercise. So all of that combined, I just give that general information.
Right. Reverend Carl, our producer today, I want you to know I'm a label reader now. I'm looking at, sometimes I take the glasses, man. Look.
Me too.
I mean, because the sodium intake and a lot of things, if you got issues with sodium, you're looking at that. And I used to tell the guys, there used to be a shoe shine shop downtown. It doesn't exist anymore now. And I used to tell the guys, I said, man, and they go in there with a big bag of potato chips. I said, now, one serving is like the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's literally counted out how many chips you should be eating a serving. I think that people don't think about that.
No, they don't. They don't. That's why it's smart to not eat out the bag. Just put a little bit on a paper towel, and once you're done with that, keep it pushing. I've learned that too, because I could eat a whole bag of chips.
Just stop munching, just get down. Yeah, I know. I mean, look, it gets like that. You're watching a movie, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing with soft drinks, I'm not a big soft drink person. However, I will drink one occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
But for those people that drink those every day, that's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, it is a lot of sugar, and then that could lead to diabetes. You don't want to deal with that. And a lot of people who do have that certain lifestyle don't know that there's alternatives to, drinking those soft drinks all the time. If you want to have a soda, get 0 sugar. If you like the little fizzy taste of a soda, get a sparkling water.
Yeah, that's true. Right, right. You can get sparkling water. I mean, there are alternatives, like you say, but I think sometimes if we don't talk about these things and bring them up, and you also do classes on that, right? You can go to the churches and talk to them.
Absolutely.
Really?
I can give a little presentation, Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I'm saying is that now, look, this is my thing now, and I don't know. Look, instead of dumping them ham hocks and them pigtails and all that stuff in there, you could use some olive oil too, right? You could,
always.
cook with olive oil.
Always.
Right. So I like that. That's what I like. I like going to be cook with olive oil and things like that, and not, because you can see the animal fat swimming in the.
Yeah.
To each his own. But I'm saying, I think eventually that lifestyle gonna catch up with you.
Oh yeah, it does. And then also our young people need to know too, think of your body as a temple. Try to take care of your body so later on you won't have high blood pressure, you won't have diabetes and, chronic diseases like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that the thing that gets a lot of us is that fast food. I mean, it just they do that every. I mean, when I grew up, fast food was an occasional thing, but it appears to be in some households, fast food is every day, 3 days a week. I mean, and what about that, Miss Allen?
Now, I would agree with that. I'm also seeing that people are indulging in fast food more often than we used to. For me, I would say it's important to plan ahead, make a grocery list, meal prep, so that way when you're in a rut, you're not rushing to get fast food more than once a week. Because like you said, Mr. Troy, it used to be something that you would enjoy occasionally, maybe on a Friday night or a Saturday, but now I'm seeing it more often than I used to.
Yeah, the pizza man and all of that stuff. It was just, it's like, but because it's cooked in what called, is it trans fats? It helped me out here now, y'all the professionals. is that what's getting us the trans fats? And I mean, how it's cooked, and we're consuming that.
I think it's the trans fats, saturated fats. Yeah.
Just the fats.
Yeah, just the fat.
Well,
Just
you know,
get your creeps up on you.
And I'm told that if you drinking the soft drinks the way some people do it, you're apt to put on a pound a week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now you walk around with 50 extra pounds because you was chomping down them soft drinks.
Yep.
Just drinking them every day.
And as you get older, it's kind of, and I'm learning that now, like when you were younger, like you said, you can't eat a lot of the things you used to when you get older. And when you get older, when you start accumulating that weight, it's really hard to get rid of.
So you call yourself older, and how old are you?
27.
Oh my God. When you get older, 27. Okay, all righty there. Yeah, I know. Look, stick around long enough, you'll be laughing too one day when somebody tell you, I'm getting older and you're 27. Miss Allen, how old are you, Miss Allen?
I am 28.
28, okay. So y'all, well, you know, still under 30, whatever. But, you know, like I said, you know, getting a complete diet, getting your greens in and things like that, and being able to cook that. But reading labels, though, like you say, you know.
Yeah, it's very important to read those labels.
Right. And I guess that, you know, if you're buying canned foods, whether it's, because canned meat, it can be not healthy for you, too. But you can rinse a lot of the stuff off if you just pour out the liquid that is in and then run it through a couple of times.
Water.
You can get rid of some of the sodium and some of the other things, correct? Am I right about that?
Yes, you are correct.
Right.
Now, I know canned foods are more convenient, but with me, I try to, you know, some days or majority of the days, I try to cook my stuff fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I applaud you. Wow, yay!
Thank you.
Miss Allen, are you cook your stuff too?
I try to, for the most part. But now it's my turn to fess up. I don't always cook fresh.
Okay. You sound like a McDonald's person. Look, we're going to take a break, come back. We have Ms. Crocker and Ms. Allen, both are in from North Carolina, the Cumberland County Public Health Center, a health education division, and we're talking about healthy living for our seniors and for our children. We'll be back for more following this.
President Trump is pushing to suspend the federal gas tax to give Americans some relief at the pump. But experts say the savings may be limited. Americans are expected to travel in the millions over the Memorial Day weekend despite gas prices. State Health Department is monitoring the recent hantavirus outbreak on board the MV Honduras cruise ship. Layton County Sheriff's Office is investigating an overnight deputy-involved shooting that happened on Tuesday, and the deputies were not injured. Suspect is in the hospital. Proposed development power bills filed last week by State Representative Charles Miller and State Senator Bill Raybon would transfer final approval authority for major developments in Brunswick County from the County Planning Board to the Board of Commissioners. The rise of telemedicine has not led to an overall increase in medical care, according to experts. Mike Trayley, NCN News.
Hi, I'm Mitch Colvin, president of Colvin Funeral Home and Crematory. For over 50 years, our family has provided professional services with dignity, compassion, and respect with families during a time of need. We realize funeral services are as unique as those we're honoring. We offer a variety of affordable, quality services tailored to meet each family's needs, specializing in burial and cremation services. Proudly servicing Cumberland, Robeson, Hope, Harnett, Bladen, and surrounding counties from 2 locations, 2010 Murchison Road, Fayetteville, 1904 Elizabethtown Road, Lumberton. For more information, visit our website, www.hmcolvin.com.
At Fayetteville State University, you will do something you thought you could never do. And never say never again. With NC Promise $500 per semester tuition, dare to see where you can go. Check out all your options, including our new cybersecurity program. Because tomorrow just can't wait. Fayetteville State University. Anything really can happen. Are you in?
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. The city of Fayetteville invites you to a community chill out. It is a week from today at 11 a.m. at Sweet Frogs at 433 Hay Street. Cumberland County Schools say join our virtual Cumberland Family Academy Lunch and Learn. This is Thursday, May 14th at noon. It goes until 1 p.m. Learn about pre-K enrollment, eligibility, and how learning supports your child's success. Families also will have the chance to ask questions during a live chat. Don't forget to check out Fayetteville's music history exhibit at the Fayetteville History Museum. That temporary exhibit takes a look at Fayetteville's music history from schools to the Fayetteville Symphony Orchestra to artists who lived in Fayetteville. On display are several artifacts, including sheet music, images, and more. North Carolina Emergency Management says hurricane season is just around the corner. It starts June 1st. Create and review your evacuation plan and check your emergency kit. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Starting out with a chill in the air this morning thanks to the frontal system that passed through yesterday. As we head throughout the afternoon, though, it's a mostly sunny sky, comfortable low humidity, and high temperatures in the mid-70s. Doesn't get much better than that. Overnight, mainly clear, temperatures low 50s. Then Wednesday, partly cloudy, highs 78 to 80 degrees. Slim chance of showers heading into Wednesday night, then gusty and cooler heading into Thursday. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN Weather Center.
If you can no longer work because of illness or injury, you should be collecting Social Security disability insurance benefits. Call Brent Adams now for a free consultation. Don't give up just because you've been turned down. Brent Adams has helped thousands collect full disability benefits, even after they've been turned down. Call now, 910-888-8888. Don't hesitate. Call 8. At Brent Adams & Associates, we make things right.
It's one of life's simplest comforts. Turning on the tap and knowing clean, safe water's there. A glass before bed, a warm shower in the morning, water to cook, clean, and care for loved ones. So often, it's something that can be taken for granted. But behind every drop is a commitment to quality, safety, and service. At Fayetteville PWC, providing award-winning water is more than a service. It is a responsibility and a point of pride. Delivering clean, reliable water remains a top priority for Fayetteville and surrounding communities every single day, because clean water supports healthy families, strengthens neighborhoods, and helps communities thrive today and for generations to come. Discover more about the difference quality water makes at faypwc.com. Fayetteville PWC, always there, always on, always built to serve.
And we're back 36 minutes after the hour here. We had a little discussion there, Reverend Carl. These are church ladies.
Yes.
Dessa grew up in, she was at Williams Chapel. I was asking what she did when Dr. Peake was there, or either Apostle Nixon, and then she said she was at Mount Zion and the Easter. I said, I was there Sunday. Yeah, I grew up out there. I just, I was telling them, some of them on Sunday, I was there at a Sunday school convention 60 years ago. And so it was an experience coming back and just reminiscing and stuff like that. I guess, though, it's not something you guys can teach, but people's mental health, they've shown that if you have an outlet where that you believe in something other than, what you see on TV, that you probably, you're going to be a healthier person.
Yeah, that's true.
Because in the whole mental health things, because you talk a lot about mental health now, and how people, children, everybody else, how they're feeling. That I guess people want to blame a lot on COVID, but I'm not sure COVID is the reason why all of our behaviors are the way they are. I just because they would say, oh, you remember COVID? Since COVID, because people now, it's just. you know, the road rage stuff. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, but the whole mental health piece is I mean, I think it plays a part in the things and how people feel about themselves.
Oh, yeah, it does. I want to say that mental health is very, very important. We also have a mental health educator at the health department. Her name is Danielle Little. She's pretty new in the position, but since she started, she's been out there. She's been out there trying to find solutions, figure out what she can do, what communities she can come in contact with, and, you know, stuff like that. But mental health is very, very important. And I think from, like, growing up, you know, being a black girl, your family didn't really talk a lot about mental health. And it's kind of like as you get older, you start to see like, oh, okay, having a therapist is important. Talking about my feelings is important. You know, that's, like you said, having a positive outlet can help you feel so much better and, you know, strengthen your mental health in a positive way.
Yeah, and I think, Miss Allen, even images, I remember, because I have one child, a daughter, and she's 37 now, just a little bit older than you guys. I got a picture of Afrocentric female with her braids and everything, and I put it in her room so she could see that every day. So, you know, because these images and things that we feed into, I think that has a lot to do with how we feel about ourselves too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I definitely agree.
Right. So, you know, I mean, you know, we got to push that forward, especially with the young people that are coming up now. You know, I see them. I was at Bill Hefner Elementary School yesterday, and they launched a thing they call a buddy bench. Mm-hmm. And the chamber was there. It was a number of people, and they put out this bench, and you sit on this bench, this buddy bench, and what happens is if you feel like, oh man, I need a friend or somebody to talk to him, you go sit on this bench, and then the whole action is somebody else comes and sits on the bench with you to be your friend.
I think that's pretty cool. That's cool. I like that.
And they think they probably need some buddy benches for those old folks too.
Mm-hmm. For us too.
So again, the number to reach Miss Crocker is 910-433-3892. Is that number the same number for you too?
No.
Okay.
To reach me, you could reach me at 910-433-3813.
Okay, 3813. Okay, 3813. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so, but again, these young ladies are at the Public Health Center, and they're located. You all have a Ramsey Street address, correct?
Yes.
Even though you're kind of like facing towards DSS.
Yes. So our address is 1235 Ramsey Street.
1235 Ramsey, right? And so you're sandwiched between Ramsey Street and Hillsborough Street, correct? Right. And right as you coming into Fayetteville, and if you were going south on 401, just before you get to the All-American, not the All-American, but the Martin Luther King Jr. Expressway, they're right there, right?
Yep.
So you guys normally have, I know what kind of work y'all do. Y'all be out there 24/7 though. Y'all be out there working all the time. You know, y'all got non-traditional hours, right?
Yeah, we some hard workers. Sometimes, like on the weekends, if we have an event going on, we'll be out in the community, whether it's at the health department or at another organization.
Okay, so you got health fairs and all other stuff, right? Okay, well, look, I'm gonna do a pitch, and whether you can do, you have to answer me now. But Council Member Brenda McNair, which is District 7, that's out near the Bill Chris Center, out that way, right? So she's having a picnic for the whole community, and that's going to be on June the 7th.
Okay.
And so they're having the fire department, all kind of folk, and all this other stuff out there. And, you know, it's going to be a bunch of seniors out there. So if y'all come on out on that day, I'm sure she would gladly have you be a part of that.
Yes.
Because there's folk from everywhere and everything. They're going to be the fire department and police. They're going to be a number of kids out there playing kickball. Reverend Carl, I didn't realize kickball had all these rules. They were saying to me, "Oh man, you know, you want to be a umpire, whatever else it is. When I saw all those rules just for kickball, because I'm used to being just kick the ball. I said, no, I ain't doing this. Give me a camera. Let me just take the pictures. But anyway, so that's June the 7th. And to all of you all that are listening now as well, that's going to be at the, what's the name of that park out there? Help me out. You know, right there off of Rim Road. You know, the new park.
Is it Lake Rim?
Yeah, Lake Rim. Yeah, Lake Rim. Yeah, so that's Lake Rim. But, man, I'm telling you, that's a very nice park, too. I don't know if you've been out there. You been out there before?
No, I heard it might be little sneaks out there. I haven't been, but I would like to go.
No. But anytime you go to outside, it's going to be some snakes. But they don't have no big snakes out there. But now it's if you go to, because it's a lake there too.
Yeah.
You go over there, anywhere you have water, you're going to have some snakes, you know. But every snake is not a bad snake, okay? A black snake is not a bad snake.
I don't know, Mr. Troy. I don't know.
But trust me, it's always good. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, they have the nature trails and all those stuff, you know. But it's really nice. It's really nice. So I think that was one of the things that I think the city is doing is building these recreation parks and splash things where people can have physical, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then also not be inside cooped up on the game or on the phones, getting a lot of screen time. You can go outside and, hey, let's go play on the splash pad, or let's go to the park. You know, let's go on the trail and let's walk. So I think that's a great idea.
Youngsters don't get outside and play the way they used to. You know, everybody's inside in front of, and I'm just my personal belief. I don't have any empirical data to back it up. But to me, just being in front of this all day long is not a good idea.
No, it's not.
Right.
It's not.
And that's what people are just hooked into the games. You know, I mean, the Fortnite stuff and all that. They're just totally into that. I mean, just, as a matter of fact, you know, it can be pretty expensive too. They got, you know.
My parents used to make us go outside. And I know it was at one instance, me and my brothers, we were on the Xbox really bad. My mom took the cord and she hid it in her room, and she dared us to go in her room and get it. We needed to go outside and play. So that's what we did. Yeah. So it's just like, it's nothing wrong with going outside. You don't see a lot of kids riding their bikes no more, on their scooters, playing basketball. You don't see a lot of that anymore.
Right. And all this whole thing with pickleball, did you guys play pickleball?
No.
I don't either. Do you know about it?
I did not.
Right.
I do know about it, though.
Right, I do. You know, I thought that maybe, you know, everybody was talking about it was such a big thing, and I was at the Y, and I said, you know, this is a lot more complex than I thought it was. But I had the eye coordination that wasn't that good anyhow, you know. And but they have a national pickleball championship, just like people playing tennis and all that other stuff. I was surprised with all that. So you guys know about what's the tennis courts and everything we're building up on just down the street off of Filter Plant Drive. It runs from up to Bragg Boulevard. You know, there's a whole new city complex. They got pickleball courts and tennis courts and all of that. I mean, they're doing it up. So you haven't seen that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. They're still in the making. If you go down and, you know, there's a street that runs back over to Bragg Boulevard that'll take you kind of right in front of that Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? You don't? You know, okay, all right.
I'm a little Google Maps. Put it in, the address in, and keep it moving.
Filter Plant Road. Okay, that's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Filter Plant Drive or Road, one of those. I want you to check that out. But that's an exercise venue there for.
Okay.
And but you know, that's what we got to do to get people to get that. Like I say, that 30 minutes.
Just 30 minutes.
Right. And you don't need to be doing high impact running either, right?
No, you could be outside walking. Sometimes I go walk.
Right. Right. But if you walk briskly, you can get more heart going than just sagging away, right?
Yep.
Right.
It helps. And then also you can count your steps. You know, that's something that I've started doing, and It gets me excited when I see I could reach either 10,000 steps or close to 10,000 steps. I get happy. Let's see what we can do today. Let's see what we can do Wednesday. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they have those, smart watches and things like that can help you do that, right? That can help you do that. But all of that's a lot of fun, especially to get you a friend that can be walking with you. If you're scared of snakes and dogs.
Snakes and dogs.
You literally named our phobias.
Yeah. So but again, enjoy having you guys in, and again, her number is going to be now. Miss Allen's number is going to be 910-433-3813. Miss Crocker's number is 910-433-3892.
Yes.
If they forget those numbers, the main number is 3800.
Yes, that's the main number.
Right, and so you can reach them in that manner as well. But again, we appreciate all that you all do, particularly you deal with the communicable disease end of things. People communicable diseases, even sexually transmitted diseases, they're not young or old. They tend to fall in the category for everybody. Is that correct, Ms. Allen?
That is absolutely true. It doesn't matter your age, your gender, your race. Anyone can contract an STI or STD, so it's important to stay educated and get tested.
Right. And also for the individuals out there that some things you could have it and not know it because it's maybe one person has it and is symptomatic in their body, and it could be not symptomatic in another person's body, correct?
That is correct. And we also like to say that the most common symptom is no symptom.
Right. So we're looking at those things, and I think sometimes they're tough subjects to talk about.
Absolutely, they are.
I wonder why sex is so hard for people to talk about, but they want to do it.
That's the question I ask myself every day. I don't know.
I mean, they won't even say sex.
No.
They'll say doing the nasty, and they got all these terminologies and all this other stuff. And they wonder why youngsters are confused, and they don't know what's going on and all this other stuff when parents just can't have that talk.
And, yeah, I know when parents can't have that talk, it should be, like, they should just come to the health department and get that information from us, because they're learning it from social media anyway, or their
That's
friends
true.
and stuff like that. So why not come to the health department and get that information?
Because some of the information they're getting from friends and social media sometimes is not accurate. And
Right.
very skewed as well. You know what I mean? So, and the same thing with you guys, you talk about unwanted pregnancies. I know that you guys deal with that as well, because the number of young people out there now that are willing to engage in sexual behavior, unprotected sex, it's not only getting an STD, you could risk having an unwanted pregnancy.
Yep, that is true. At the health department, we are health education is right next to the women's clinic or women's center. And if a teen wants to come up there without their parents and just get some information, they're able to do that without being at fault.
Right. I did know that. And there are people that have their own opinions about those kind of things, but how young can they come up?
So we have a teen wellness clinic in our state. You don't have to have parental consent, and we accept teens ages 14 to 19.
14 to 19. Okay. Right.
And then also, if you are pregnant or, have an unwanted pregnancy, we have a baby store in the health education suite. So our baby store is a grant-funded program. It's been running for a very long time.
Decades, right.
Yeah, and so you get your baby bucks, and you get your baby bucks by just going to your WIC appointments. That could be if you're in Hope Mills or you're in Fayetteville or you're in Spring Lake. just come to the baby store. All of the items are brand new. Miss Teresa does all of the shopping. We usually have diapers, wipes, potties, car seats, baby gates, and all of that stuff, clothes, and it's just basically you're using your Monopoly money to buy that if you can't afford it, you know, in that moment. So it's very helpful.
And we offer prayers for Miss Teresa. She just lost her mom.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so we all know what a loss means for so many. But again, though, so, you know, you get all these things that are available. How do you guys market, allow the community to know what's going on in public health?
So we do have a social media page. We have a Facebook and an Instagram. Anytime we're having events, we post our flyers on our social media pages.
Okay.
Or if you come to the health department, you come up to the health education suite. We usually have like a little cart, and you could see all the flyers if we have any classes going on, such as group-based, prepared childbirthing classes, or like just an event that we want to throw for our area.
And we also do boots on the ground. So we get out in the community and we go to organizations and we pass out our flyers and we speak with people and we let them know what's going on in our department.
Right. Well, good. You know, guys are out there. Yeah, you have any guys in y'all group now? Or is it all females?
We had 2 guys. We had 3. Now we just have 1. So,
Okay.
yeah, we have Dion, so he's a big help as well.
Yes.
What specialty does he do?
He's actually the fatherhood coordinator.
Fatherhood coordinator.
Yep. So he works with young teens who are becoming a father. He helps them navigate, through that.
Great. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, look, we're winding down, but I do appreciate you all coming in and sharing. Again, back to the whole thing of matter of balance. Mm-hmm. I hope that you will give Ms. Crocker a call, 910-433-3892. It's important. Like I said, I'm more conscious of it now because I have a friend that right now that's struggling for his life because he fell during the Christmas holiday and he broke his hip, and he's yet to get out of the hospital, and he's struggling right now. So I know about that, and I've seen it happen to so many people. So don't think that I'm young because they say if you're over 60, mm-hmm. then that's the point. Now you could be under 62 and fall and cause you great complications. But like Ms. Crocker was saying, those rugs, anything that's slippery. I had a friend say, "Yeah, man, you get up at night, you trip over your shoes." I said, "Man, I put my shoes in a rack though. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna have my shoes up and it's dark and I'm trying to." And then you can get those things that you can plug in, and I don't think they're gonna use that much electricity. Is that when you turn your lights out, it gives you a kind of a dim light.
Yep.
That you're not just total darkness. Mm-hmm. That or either getting the hand clap or something.
Yeah. And even like those motion lights you were talking about that gets dim, you can get those off of Amazon.
Right. Because, they have some incredible things now. Mm-hmm. Reverend Carl, I don't know if you can get the lights in your home and you can plug it in, and if you got Wi-Fi, you can turn the lights off and on with your phone. Mm-hmm. Right. So
that's cool.
It's all different kinds of ways to have your home well lit so that you won't be tripping. And if you have stairs, and I do have a stairway at one part of the house, look, I'm trying to hold on that rail going up and down, mm-hmm. So that you won't experience a fall. And then they have those things you can go around your neck with. If you fall, then it will automatically call someone mm-hmm. for you.
So that's similar to like the life alerts.
Yeah, right. So, all kinds of things out there to help save you because, you land there for 2 or 3 days, But, now if you're busy, so if I don't come in, I'm behind this mic, I hope the Reverend Carl be coming looking for me.
Oh, yeah.
The dog can't help me.
No.
Well, look, last words from you and then last words from you.
I want to say thank you for having us on Widu this morning. I enjoy giving out information and being in the community. Make sure y'all give me a call. I'm in the office Monday through Friday all day long. I'm not going to miss a phone call.
Thank you. Miss
And
Allen?
I'd also like to say thank you for having us, and thank you to those of you who are listening right now. If you need anything regarding communicable disease, feel free to call me again at 910-433-3813.
Right. Also, I want to ask you all personally to be praying for the Bowman family, the publisher of up-and-coming weekly newspaper. His wife passed, and they're having a memorial service for her this morning at Rogers and Brees off of Ramsey Street. Another loss in the community, and another man that's lost his wife. As we know, the station owner here, Wes Cookman, lost his wife, and so please be praying for him and strengthen him, and also continue to be praying for Wes. But anyway, love you guys. Hope that you have a great day. Thank you all for the great work that you're doing in the community. I wish they paid you like they needed you, okay? But I know you don't get the kind of money that you're supposed to have. But hold on. Help is on the way.
Thank you.
Take care. All right. Have a great day.